You know what I mean? And it was for the WBA heavyweight interim belt. And Bermane Stiverne, I thought he was a little going into the fight. I thought he was a little bit over the hill. I thought that he's a pretty good fighter, but I mean, he had been in some wars already. I mean, he's been in 2 wars with fucking 2, not even wars, but he was in 1 war with Deontay Wilder, but it was one of those things where it was like, this dude was in a war with Deontay Wilder, but the second time he got blasted away. That's when I would have called it quits. Like, you know what? This is the top of the sport where Deontay Wilder is. We have a rematch because I'm thinking it's close, and I'm thinking, you know what I mean, I deserve a rematch, and I get blasted away the first couple rounds, like, 2-3 rounds or whatever, and I get memed and all of that. I would be like, you know what, I had a good career. It's no use in me taking brain damage anymore, man. I'm not at the top of the career, at the pinnacle anymore. I mean, when he beat Chris Arreola, then he was at the pinnacle of his career. But, Bermane Stiverne has fallen way off, dude. I mean, way off. I mean, he's gonna get hurt out there. To be honest, I would hope nobody gets hurt for the sake of the sport. But when you keep letting fighters like this fight, man, and it's so crazy because Trevor Bryan is not even. He's not even like the best, and he's doing shit like this to Bermane Stiverne. Bermane Stiverne lasted what 11. It was a good fight. I ain't gonna say it was a good fight, but it was a pretty good fight. For a couple of early rounds. But after that, man, Bryan just pretty much did his thing. He pretty much did everything he was supposed to do. And he handled it like a champion, and I'm not even gonna say he handled it like a champion, because to be honest with you, that belt is a gimmick from the get-go. Okay, that's the same belt that fucking David Haye had. You know what I mean? Which David Haye was one of my favorite fighters, but that WBA regular belt just doesn't sound right, man. It just doesn't have a ring to it. Being the WBA heavyweight champion of the world, but then you gotta say regular. Like, what? Like, regular? I'm not a regular fighter, so why would I have a regular belt? Like, that's how I would feel. But the WBA gets millions of dollars off of this sideways belt every year, so why the fuck stop doing it? You know what I mean? When boxers are gonna pay sanctioning fees to have it, why stop it? If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Period, man. Call a spade a spade. That belt is a fucking gimmick. Just like some of them motherfucking belts, WBC interim belts and all that other dumb shit. Like the fucking Devin Haney and fucking Teofimo Lopez problem we have going on. This is a similar situation with whoever owns this WBA belt, which right now it's who's holding this belt is pretty much Trevor Bryan. Bermane Stiverne is one of those fighters. Excuse me, y'all, I'm driving. But I'm just gonna be honest, man. One of those situations, man. Bermane Stiverne is a good fighter. He's past his prime. This should be his very last fight. I don't want to see him in the ring again. Trevor Bryan is gonna move on to bigger and better things for the next fight or two. I don't see him beating any, and I mean any, of the top heavyweights. Anthony Joshua will ice this shit out of Trevor Bryan. Deontay Wilder will bomb squad away Trevor Bryan. Okay, Tyson Fury will KO the fuck out of Trevor Bryan. You know what I mean? Efe Ajagba will beat Trevor Bryan. This dude Trevor Bryan is dog food for the heavyweight division. And it's just like, it's whoever fights this guy is gonna do well. I think if you're in the top 5 heavyweight, if you're a top 5 heavyweight, period, any top 5 heavyweight's gonna beat Trevor Bryan. Sorry. Now when you start going to 10, 15, that might be more his speed. But any of the top 5 heavyweights, the top 5 heavyweights in the entire world, Usyk will KO this dude. If Usyk gets a hold of him, this dude is getting iced as well by little old Usyk. So it's just Manuel Char might even have it. That's a 50-50 fight. Manuel Char talking about he got the other part of the WBA regular belt. They're fighting over it. They don't know whose belt it is. Don King saying he's got a lawsuit and all of this, and they're both lawsuiting each other. I tell you what, y'all fight each other. It's a 50-50 fight. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please smash the hell out of that like button and subscribe. This is Corley Boxing, man. I'm out, man.